Welcome back to another video. My name is XCman405 and today we're going to be making an iron farm. And in order to do that, I need a cobblestone generator, a set of crushing wheels, a way to wash it, and then a way to collect it. Let's get right into it. Now before we get right into it, if you do like this type of content, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing with your friends. It helps a lot, it means the world. I appreciate it. What we're going to need to do first is we're going to need to dig out an area where this is going to be sitting, because it's going to be sitting inside the wall like the rest of my build so far. So I need to grab my mining contraption and I need my lever. I have found my lever. It went missing there for a sec. Place that down. Make sure this is in lock rotation, just so that when I do pick it up, it does not go all weird. So now that we have that, I think what I need to do is pick this up, and we can go back up here. Go home. I need some rail right there. That will do. And then I also need to figure out how far out I want this to be. So I'll put that as the front, and it'll be F3 and G. It's going to be 16 wide. So right in line with that, and that will be the entire area that we have to work with here, because that's also the width of my mining contraption. I need to see where this lines up. So that's going to take out that area. Awesome, that's perfect. But what I need to do is come all the way over here, and we're actually going to place this back a little bit just in case my math is not correct. So place this here, place that there, lock rotation, put my lever down, and then I can put that there. So now let's just make sure that that is not in the wall, which does not appear to be in the wall. No, it is not. We can see right here. That right there is the edge of my drill. So from here, if I want it to go only to the back of the chunk, like this is here, that means, oh, that's actually super easy. So I don't even have to dig anything out for that. I can just go place a bit of obsidian over here to keep it from going too far too fast. We want to place it right on this block here. Awesome. So I don't feel like going all the way through, so I'm just going to break my way. Turn that off, and let's give her a little push. Ah, silly goose. Let's reset that, and then give her a little push again. Why are you falling? Why are you falling? Why are you falling? What is going on? I don't know what that was about. Do you not have any dirt? What's your filter set at? Rail. Dirt. You don't have any dirt. Okay, he doesn't have any dirt. Why is that set to dirt? I'm just gonna change that to cobblestone, because that makes no sense to keep that as dirt. Now it's cobblestone, and we will give that to him too. So let's try this again. Third time's the charm, as they like to say. I think that'll be a pretty decent amount of room, and we also need to put in a floor. Let me go get some deep slate and I'll be right back. Oh, well, that seems to be a problem. I hope that doesn't mess anything up with my infinite lava source. Okay, it is still bottomless, so that is good to know. And what I think I want to do is I want to fill this in so that I don't have to worry about it again. Because I don't want to have to worry about it. We now have our basic hole floor filled in and no problems. None with the lava, which is very exciting. So now we don't want to go any further than this right here if we can. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be possible. We'll have to see. And I also know that I'm going to need a bunch of items. So let me go ahead and figure out a list for all of them. And we'll take it from there. As you can see here, we need a bunch of stuff. And I believe that this is everything I'm going to be needing. But I'm not exactly sure. So we will figure that out once we get started. After spending a while looking at that list that I made, I really wasn't exactly sure how I was going to do this. So I started looking up videos on YouTube on how to make a cobblestone generator. And I landed on a design that is kind of a little cheeky. Now, I did go ahead and get all of the materials that we're going to need, as well as I did start the base of this. Back here, this is where the edge of our machine will be. And what we need to do is we need to take some temporary blocks. We'll use this cobbled deep slate for now. And we need to also, actually, we might be able to just do it right here. No, we cannot. So I do need to take some temporary blocks and place them right here and maybe right there. I'm not sure yet if I want to have 2 funnels coming out. We'll do that and that. And then that will be set to cobblestone only. Now, it's not like we're going to need to do that, but we are going to have it set like that just in case. So we will go ahead and pick these up. And now, this will be the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 18 item vaults and go 1. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to make this a max vault by not doing it like that, but by doing it like this. Now, this isn't going to be a max 3x3, but this is the same size as a max 2x2, just in a 3x3 form. So do that, and then we have... Oh, I grossly mistaken how many vaults we're going to need. Okay, that is okay. I will go get more vaults and be right back. Never mind. I forgot I had vaults on me. What we need this to do is we need this to extend 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 right there. And what if we take this and we put that just like that? Now, I'm not exactly sure if that will work. We might have to have a chute on that. So let me take this, and do we have any chutes on us? We do not. So I do have chutes in my house. I will go get them. I'm back with my chutes, and I did place one here, and I moved that to right here. I think that was somewhere else. Anyways, this is here now. And we no longer have the cobblestone. Let me put the cobblestone filter back on. And what we're going to do now, I did do a little test to make sure it did work, which it did work. So what we're going to do now is we are going to have to take... Where did it go? We're going to take our hoppers and put them all facing down, just like this. And then once we have these all placed in, wow, how did I do that wrong? Do I have more hoppers on me? All right, I don't. I'm going to get more hoppers. After gathering some more hoppers that I had lying around in my storage system, we can now complete that. So we can put these away in this backpack. We'll put that there. We will put the item vaults there. And now we're going to need to place our windmill sails. Not like that. Can I rotate that? I cannot. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to jump up here and do it just like that. Then this way, if I do it like this, oh, not like that. Now I should be able to just go ahead and not have enough windmill sails either. Okie dokie. All right, now that our windmill sails are all placed in, I'm definitely not going to have enough mechanical pumps. But let's see how far I get. So I want this to be facing down. So if I go ahead and place that like that, can I rotate that? I can. Sick. So I'm going to go ahead and place as many of these in as I can, which doesn't seem to be that many. And flip these all around, and once they are in, we will continue. Now all of our mechanical pumps are in. It's time to encase this bad boy in glass. But really, you can use whatever block you would like to use. I'm using glass because I want to be able to see what is going on. And actually, I don't want this here. So... and this can... oh boy. Because there's going to be a wall here. I don't know what I want to make the wall out of yet. So maybe I shouldn't have made that close. But we'll run it with glass for now. We can replace it later. Because I still need to build this wall here. Bring that all the way out. So that once I do go to replace it, hopefully I've gotten this wall built and it won't leak down into my infinite lava pool and cause a disaster. Because that would not be good. You don't realize how much I've actually spent on getting this together. I mean, this lava pool here was a headache and a half. Literally. I almost lost my mind making it. So I really don't want anything bad to happen to it. And I've ran out of glass again. I really don't understand how I miscalculated how much glass I'm going to be needing, because I built this exactly the way it was supposed to be. Did I not? Oh, I might have made it... yeah, well... alright, we're doing a little bit of a different design then, actually, because I've made it 3 blocks longer, which is fine, I think. Hopefully. But let's just run with it, and if it's not, we will change it later. Now it's time for the real fun part. I have to waterlog every single one of these, and currently I only have 1 bucket of water and 1 bucket of lava. So that's not going to be helpful. So what I need to do is come over here, and I'm actually just going to dig a hole. Yeah, we'll dig it right here. We will dig a little infinite water source right here and go find some more water. Oh, well, this is nifty. Look at that. If I place water there, it all comes and turns it all into source blocks. Place water here, turns it all into source blocks. Like this one, I never put water there, but there's water there. Sick. So now what I need to do is get more fluid tanks. Okay, we're doing 3 by 3 fluid tanks here, so that they all look like this. Just like that. So there's 3 of them there. And next what I need to do is I need to put a bucket of lava in each of these. Let me place that there, place that there, and then if I place this in there, yes, okay. So I also need this large cog will work. And then if I do that, now is that empty? That is empty, and that has a bucket of lava in it. Awesome. I just need to repeat this 2 more times, and we will be done. And just like that, I have all the lava in there, in all 3 of them. And I did go ahead and place in my threshold switch, my cart assembler, my rail, my cart, my solid block, and my lever to complete the system. Now, all we need to do, we need to put a cog right here, or somewhere over here, probably on this side, so that we can just bring it up nice and easy. And I need 1 more small cog. There we are. There's the small cog. And place that there nice and quick like that. So that is what's going to be powering all of the system. Now I need to run power from my power station over here underground, which will be fairly easy because, well, not here, but once we get over here, it'll be fairly easy. Actually, I can just take the power from here and run it over. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then run this all the way up. All the way. Let's see. That doesn't matter what way that's going. But we do need to slow down the speed of that. The tutorial says it works at any speed going in any direction as long as it's under 32 RPMs. And I'm not quite sure why, because in my creative testing world, just to make sure this works on this version, it worked perfectly fine at max speed. So we're actually going to give it a test, and if it breaks, well, I mean, it was pretty simple to build, so I'm not too worried about that. So let me go and grab my andesite casing so I can make this look a little pretty and make that a solid block as well, so that I don't have to worry about water leaking through, just in case. Because like I said, I really don't want to mess up my lava over here, and I probably should have put a wall here just to be safe, but I guess you live and you learn. So let's, how are we going to do this? Let's place that there. That's fine. Let's bring that up, and then our andesite casing will go right here. Just like that. And honestly, we could just make the whole thing andesite cased. Just like that. Right there. That looks not horrible, but it doesn't look great. So we're just going to leave it there for now. So now that they are spinning, in theory, we are done. If I come up here and click that on, are we done? Let's see, is it working? I mean, it is working. Cobblestone is being produced, but why is it not showing up on our vault yet? Oh, that's why. Okay, we're going to break that. And we have a lot of cobblestone now. Wow, that produced so much cobblestone so fast. So, 11 cobblestone update. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. 405 cobblestone already? Oh my gosh, that is so fast. What we need to do now is we need to actually stop this, turn that off. Okay, turn that off, and once it updates, we will take a look to see how long that 756 cobblestone. That was running for a matter of like 30 seconds. But what we need to do is we need to take this, we need to break that, and we need to put a vertical gearbox right here because it's coming from up and to flat now. So if we spin that around, we need to spin this around to be over here. There we go. So that's spinning that way. Now, is it going to be spinning the right direction if I do that? That is, and that looks like it is spinning the right. It is spinning the right way. Okay, that is great to know. So we're just going to put that there just to stop any items that may get on there from flying off like that. So we know that that works now. And we know that it is producing cobblestone at an ungodly amount. So now what we need to do is we need to create some way of washing this. So if we actually break that, and if we could even put another vertical gearbox right here so that we can bring this over here. That is a regular gearbox, not a vertical. Okay, I guess that works. Now are those? They are still spinning. Okay, awesome. So we're going to bring this over here, and then we are going to bring this one more. Put a vertical gearbox here. Bring this down, and then put another vertical gearbox here. Now what we need to do is go get a mechanical fan. I think, yeah, mechanical fan, and then we can put this into, just for now, I guess we will do a vault. guess we will do a vault here for now. Just like that. We will put a brass funnel here to only accept iron. Which, do I have any on me? I do have iron on me. Sick. So have that only accept iron. Oh, but I don't think I can waterlog that, can I? I don't know if I can waterlog that. So let me just do a test. Put water in there. I can. Okay. And I'm not sure if that is going to work or not, because I'm not sure if that the brass funnel here is going to be blocking my fan from blowing. So let's see if this is going to work. And I'm not sure if I have fans. I do have some fans. Okay. So let me get my fan, and we will run back over here. That's my speed sound. Anyways, we will pick this water back up so there's no problems, and then we will break this like that. And then, is that going the right way? That is not going the right way. So what we need to do is we need to take this and put another vertical gearbox here, which is great for us because we can make them pretty easily with the regular gearboxes. And now that should be blowing the right way. Yes, it is. You can see the little particles are going that way towards the lava, which is great. That's exactly what we want. So place that there, and let's give this a little test. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. Okay, yeah, we can't do that. That's not gonna work. But what we could do, we could just take these and place them all the way just like that. So that next time when that moves, that will... Okay. Man, did I mess this up? Oh, I did. We don't want to be washing sand. We want to be washing gravel. But that's okay. So, let me get this cleaned up and we will start again. Well, after adding the second fan and testing this out a little bit, this is in no way going to work. So I have to figure out something different for this to work. I have some monsters on me. Ah, run away! Run from them. I don't want to get hit. They didn't follow me, did they? I don't think they followed me. I don't think... Ha! You can't find me. Ah! He can find me. He can find me! Oh. I hope I'm safe now. I really hope I'm safe now. Am I? Yeah. I don't know where they are, but yeah! Outsmarted. Out freaking smarted. Okay. Did not work. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to put these fans on the belt. I think that's the way it's going to have to work. Because it seems it is not working very well. All right, let me go get some more fans. Personally, I do think it would just be easiest if I was to break this and put this one in the ground. Because I don't know really any other good way to do this. Use the ceiling as a noggin stopper. That's right. I said noggin. So now I can have this drop on these two here. So let me go ahead, and we're actually going to not do that yet. But now what we can do is we can place the andesite casing there with our mechanical fans. I don't want that facing up. Why is that? Actually, I don't even want that there. I don't know why I put that there. So if I go ahead and not get sucked into the crushing wheels, because they will kill me. So now what we can do is we can take our encased chain drive and run this all along here like that. And we can even run this not like that. We can even run this not like that. I don't want... Yes, that's what I want. And now I want this to be here. So we'll get rid of that gearbox, lower this down one. So put that there. We want it's a vertical gearbox we want, I think. But let's just try this out first to see if this will work. Is that spinning? That is not spinning. Okay, so we need that. Okay, that is just like that. So now we can take this and place that there. Now, is that all spinning? That is spinning the wrong way. Okay, so we come over here and place another gearbox in. We want the vertical gearbox this time. Place that there, and that is blowing the right way. Awesome. And again, the direction of those mechanical pumps up there do not matter. So this is not going to be a hindrance or help in any way with the way it's going. So we will take our andesite casing, place that back there to make it look a little party. Place that back there to make that look a little party. So now what we can do, since we have this all done, well, that's in the vault now. We can waterlog this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our glass, just to make sure it can't go anywhere. Just for safekeepings, we will place this here, just to make sure no water can get out. And we need to place water there. Place water there. So there's 2 of our source blocks done. We need to place water there and there. So there's 4. And I think we only need 1 more source block, if I'm not mistaken. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was mistaken. We needed 6. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get our water put back in. I'm sorry, our glass put in. And they can't come out. Awesome. So now what we need to do is we need to take our chutes. We will just use chutes for this because I feel like that will be the easiest. They will come out as... Okay. Now let's see if it's gonna work. Is this going to work how I hope it's gonna work? Okay. We have flint and... Oh, it's supposed to be iron nuggets. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take that filter off completely. Oh. Oh. We're gonna take that off completely. So, okay, look. Okay, so that is a problem. So we are going to... Can we just... No, we cannot do that. Okay, stop. Okay, so officially learned we need an item filter. Do we have an item filter on us? Which we might. We have a list filter, iron nugget, and flint. Wow, I came prepared. So we want iron nuggets and flint only for that. And then what we could do is we could actually take the flint and just boop, right off the edge. But we're not going to do that because I don't want to get into that building over there. So that is perfect. Look at that. So now what we can do is we can extend this a little bit. Anyways, I think this size is a good size. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our water just in case I need it again so that I don't have to go run back and get more water. And then what we need to do is I want to have this start a process over here. All right, I'm going to try something a little different, a little fancy after some consideration because I'm not exactly sure if this will work and I haven't seen anyone else do this. And I haven't seen anyone else do it because it might not work. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our weighted ejector. And we're going to put this right... Why am I using a weighted ejector? I don't know why I'm using a weighted ejector, actually, because I just realized a way simpler way of doing this, and it completely negates everything. Well, it didn't work. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take this out and take this out. We're going to place our shaft in here so it continues to go the right way. And then we're going to place our vertical gearbox there. Let's make sure that is still bubbling the right way, which I believe it is. Okay, yes, that is blowing the right way. Awesome. So that is great news for us, because now what we can do is we can take this and we can run this down, down, and then we can throw a shaft there with another shaft. We'll run it. Need that. And then we might even be able to do it this way. So just like that. And then we need a belt, which will go from there to there. It is running the wrong way. So we will do a gearbox here instead. And then we will run our shafts right there and there. Get rid of that one. That's running the right way. So we will place our... Where did our... Oh, there they are. Brass funnels. We want this to be facing... No. What we want is our basin. We want our basin to be up one. So place that there. Place that there. And I want this to be just like that. So I can put a thing there. So now if I only let out, I'm going to put on, you know what, screw it. We're just going to do that just to empty this out right there. And I want to spin this around so that, actually that can go there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So I need my shafts. And I need a gearbox. And then I need more shafts. And then I need a vertical gearbox. My bad. So now, if I take that out, and we're actually going to go burn all this, that should only let the iron nuggets out, and that will be turned into iron ingots. From there, we can take this and, I guess, run it into my storage system, I guess. But for right now, we're just going to run it into a vault, because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, and maybe I want to keep the iron, or at least some of it, down here. So what we need to do is we need to take... This is where the weighted ejector can come in handy. We're going to take the weighted ejector, and we are going to place this vault I guess right here. Just like so. And we need to take this and put a brass funnel on it. So that is facing down like that. And then if we take our weighted... I was told that... There we go. So now that needs rotational force. So if I just take a gearbox, and if I run this over here, and I can actually use my last two encased chain drives, power that. And if I want to set this so that it only 64, awesome. And then the only thing that'll come out of that is iron. So let's give it a test and see if this actually works. Okay, okay, it's working. It's working. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. That is so cool! Alright, the crate mod is just the best. Take the encased chain drives, and then we will use just a regular gearbox. And then that will go there to there. So that, yes, now that is going the right way. And we will take this and place... Yep, not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, and then place that there. And quick, before we lose any iron, only do flint. And what we can do is we can actually extend this with our belt so that when we do go ahead and put the wall in, it's gonna look pretty darn cool. Because you'll be able to come over here, and when you're over here, you'll be able to see just stuff come flying in like that. And we don't need the flint for anything, so just gonna do that to make it look a little cooler. Anyways, that is my iron farm. Looking all mighty and glory. Mighty and glorious, I should say. And we are going to see how much iron I can get in 1 hour. See how fast this farm actually is. Go. And there we go. After about an hour, we officially had almost 350. I think it was like 348, 350-ish iron in 1 hour. I think that's pretty darn good for this. I mean, that's way better than what I've built in previous worlds that I've played on. But unfortunately, that is all the time that I have for today. If you did enjoy this type of content, please let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing. And I hope to see you come back. Thanks, guys. Peace.